I will start the bulletin today in the United States, where COVID-19 cases have actually hit a 6-month high with over 100,000 infections. And at the same time, the Biden administration is developing a plan to require nearly all foreign visitors to the U.S. to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19 as part of eventually lifting the travel restrictions that bar much of the world from entering the country. As the U.S. sees a resurgence of the virus, the White House wants to reopen travel, which would boost business for the airline tourism industry, but is not ready to immediately lift restrictions because of the spread of the highly transmittable Delta variant. The extraordinary U.S. travel restrictions were first imposed on China in January of 2020 to address the spread of the virus. Numerous other countries have been ordered, most recently India in May. Our rights correspondent SENGERA has been monitoring this story, and he joins us now for a chat. Now, Annie, tell us more about the surge in cases in the U.S. Which areas have been hit the hardest?
Well, Aaron, we have seen a real explosion in daily infections across the US, all down to this highly transmissible Delta variant, which was originated first in India. There was more than 112,000 new virus cases reported on Wednesday. That's a 7-day average now of more than 96,000 daily infections. Just to show how fast infections have really surged in America, the US now is averaging more than 7 times as many cases a day as it was at the start of July. We're only talking about a matter of weeks now. Hospitalizations have also increased by 87% in the last 2 weeks. And the Joe Biden administration is at pains to say that at the moment, this is now a pandemic of the unvaccinated. We are seeing a huge increase in hospitalizations amongst those people who either refuse to take a mandate through vaccine misinformation or simply digging in their heels and believe that the virus will not get them. But unfortunately, it's proving to be that the hospitalizations we're seeing at the moment across the US, but particularly in the South, in Florida, in Texas, in Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, that's where the highest rates of new cases are. For example, in Louisiana, which has one of the country's lowest vaccination rates, more cases have emerged in the last week than in any other 7-day stretch of the pandemic. We've seen a record number of hospitalizations in Florida. In fact, they've broken records at any stage of the pandemic. There are now more people in Florida hospitals than at any stage of the pandemic, even with vaccines being in bountiful supply. And that is where the Biden administration is trying to get those hardcore groups who refuse to take a vaccine to try and get them to take a vaccine. We've seen various ploys by the Biden administration to enforce mandates on federal employees to get a vaccine. Otherwise, you will not be able to enjoy the other benefits that those who are fully vaccinated. At the moment, 70%, more than 70% of Americans have at least one jab, and vaccine rates have started to increase again after it dipped in the spring following the Biden administration putting in vaccine mandates for things like federal employees. But at the moment, it's the South and Florida which are seeing a huge surge in cases.
Okay, the pandemic of the unvaccinated. ANIL, despite the surge, though, the Biden administration wants to open up foreign travel. How will this work?
Yes, Kenneth. So what we're hearing is that the administration is developing plans to require all foreign travelers to the US to be fully vaccinated. Now, the current rules prevent most international travelers from entering the US. The first round of travel restrictions came back under the Donald Trump administration back in January 2020 when he banned all travel from China. That ban was extended to include the UK, the European Union, Brazil, India, and various other countries. Currently, the rules state that those who are able to travel must show proof of a negative test within 3 days of travel. Now, it's interesting. Last week, the White House press secretary, Jen Psaki, was at pains to say that the US will maintain existing restrictions But an unnamed official has said that those restrictions are set to be relaxed. It obviously does mean there's a bit of risk, but restrictions will be relaxed to allow fully vaccinated people to enter the US, perhaps in a matter of weeks.
I want to say many thanks to you, ANIL SENGERA, our ICE correspondent.